Okay, we're gonna look at guidelines this particular trip. For all the textbook junkies out there, I'm a licensed barber instructor, so I always like to back myself up with something that's in the textbook if I can help it. That helps me stay a little fundamentally sound. The coach in me loves fundamentally sound, players and stuff. All right, we want to do an afro. He's obviously got it twisted. If we get the camera guy to zero in, if you really look at his hair, it's almost like small dreads are up underneath there. But we still want to get it short, about half that length, a real nice round afro shape, and then he can kind of rough it up after that. Cutting afros, something that I know that a lot of the students were concerned with a few weeks ago, and several people were asking questions. I'm using a surgical blade on the Andis Master, and I'm going to make myself what's called a stationary guideline. Okay, which means I'm going to come straight down the middle of the client's head or customer's head. I'm going to come straight down the middle. Yep. If you really look at his hair, it's almost like small dreads are up underneath there. But we still want to get it short, about half that length, a real nice round afro shape, and then he can kind of rough it up after that. Cutting afros, something that I know that a lot of the students were concerned with a few weeks ago, and several people were asking questions. I'm using a surgical blade on the Andis Master, and I'm going to make myself what's called a stationary guideline. Okay, which means I'm going to come straight down the middle of the client's head or customer's head. I'm going to come straight down the middle. Yep. Using those surgical blades, watch, because they do cut really, really close, and it could take, like a curl can get caught in there. See how nice that blade, if we get the camera guy swing around, see how nice that blade just kind of saws through that for us. We want to come straight down the middle. This is going to help us be able to better see a left side and a right side. Just keeping our work organized. If you're cutting straight hair, you'll be using more of a traveling guideline, which means it does exactly that. You're pulling the hair up and it's traveling around the head, helping assist you get everything cut even. Okay, so we got one straight down the middle, and then we're going to go over the top of the ears this way. So down the middle gives us the left side and right side. Now we want to go ear to ear. See if we can move the ear out the way and clear ourselves a little bit of a path. Make sure you go over the top of the head, opposed to around the back of the head. Okay, let's move some of that excess. Okay. Now I took our right side and broke it in halves, right? So you got a front quarter, back quarter of your right side, and we're going to swing around and do the same thing on the left side. Alright, so if you look close, we remove some of the excess. If you look really close, you should be able to see our cameraman should get a good shot of that. You can see a middle guideline that gives us the left side and the right side, and then we have a guideline coming from ear to ear over the top or crown portion of the head. That gives us 4 quarters. Okay, so quarter number 1 moving from the left side to the right, quarter number 2, 3, and 4. If you use those 2 guidelines, one on this side and one down here, it should help you cut this whole section. It kind of looks like this. I'm going to start from where both guidelines meet, and just make sure that I match the front portion up with the top guideline and the side portion up with the side guideline. You can see already just by using those guidelines as we finish up that first quarter, it should make our experience of cutting the afro 10 times easier, a lot more organized, right? And hopefully a little more stress-free for the beginner at least. We can come back and do detail later. What I suggest is you get rolling, and here you go ahead on to your next section using those same two guidelines, using the side guideline here and the one that goes straight to the back towards the back taper. What you can do, if need be, I'd rather use a surgical blade, but he does have a lot of curls, like for example, this one here. Okay, see how long that actually is? A lot of time those surgical blades, if the hair is that curly, you may get caught in one of those curls. So you can just switch to your, it's just a magnetic clipper, it's a wall singer actually. It's not going to get as sharp of a cut, but it'll definitely chuck through those curls, okay, without the clipper snagging. Okay, so your choice of clipper. We'll just knock this out, and if we need to come back with our Andis masters, that'll be fine, just to catch the edges. And you can see that just leaves us our last quarter. A couple big curls there. Before we do that quarter, if you really look close, you can see that last section that we got left. This is what it used to be. There's our guideline down the middle. And then this is what it ended up. There are some little rough edges. We can come back again. But nice and simple and organized. You're not guessing. You got a starting point and a stopping point. This is something we all can do, right? A lot of time you'll see me take the opposite hand and meet the clipper at a particular area just to make sure you snap the hair in half. Okay, good. So once our bulk work's been done, I am going to go back to my Andis Masters just because I really want to see if that surgical blade do what we need it to do as far as catching the close edges. Let's see. Alright, see how it glides over the top of that? Basically snaps anything in sight, right? Notice I'm resting that flat part of the surgical blade. That's the reason why they created that, and the Clipper Company. Shout out, right? Okay, so once we've done all 4 quarters, here's another classic move here. I picked this up from a barber growing up once upon a time. Resting your clipper right on the customer's skin. and around here, around the edges. Okay. Right there, up and around your ears, folding your ears back. A little polish, a little nice tucked in, tailored type of look. I'm using my back mirror to make sure that we're taking off enough. Another wise idea to do is take a comb, drop it here so you can see how much hair is actually there before you catch part of the scalp. Trust me, I've been there, and it's a pretty terrible feeling if you cut too much off and you catch it too close to the skin. The same thing here. I'm going to come around here. Nice tailored look right up behind the ears. Okay, last but not least, we're going to pull out our old trusty shears, right? A couple of swipes of those. The sound alone makes you look a little more professional than the average barber, right? And we're actually going to use them. I'm going to rest that, just like we rest the shear blade or the clipper blade on there. We're now going to rest the screw that holds the two shear blades together right on top of the client's here, and you're just going to catch the edges. Couple swipes here, sounds cool, and gets rid of the excess, right? Till next time, Culler's Barbershop and Supply Store. Please feel free to ask any questions. Google us, text us, Twitter us, tweet us, all those cool things. Hey, let's have fun. Let's take this industry to the next level. Till next time, my friends. God bless.